Hello, welcome, you gorgeous, sparkly beings of starlight. Shine so bright every moment. I have so much gratitude for you joining another jaunt through consciousness as we remember that we are love. We are the single one I am playing a game with itself to see what it feels like to be separate. And it's play. All of it is really, truly play. So, here in my backyard of the moment, beautiful, beautiful formations behind me. I got this mama bear necklace here, embedding with the land, and this beautiful tree here that is the artwork sculpture to support this portal opening for me to connect with you all. So show and tell, this is a crystal that my friend gave me a couple days ago. Ooh, look at it sparkle. Trying to hold it to where it's in focus. Actually has these little flecks of purple and blue. And he found this in a place called, what was the place? I'm blanking. I have to get back to that. It's about 40 minutes from here. A place that you can find these types of crystals. So first things first, I am, as many of you know, living in my little spaceship of a campervan conversion that I did myself with a lot of help from my dad and guidance and tools and workshop space. And it is my home, and feels like the safest, most comfortable environment for me to be able to be in beautiful places like this and to really feel as though I live here. And so I have a storage unit, and that is facilitating. I thought initially I was going to close it, but there's a certain peace of mind that certain things are safe and, not needed in the spaceship of my van at the moment. So I wanted to reach out to you all just to let you know that part of me doing this content is the fact that I am choosing to write my own story, and I am getting ready to offer a 7-month internship. I'm in the process of crafting that mentorship program on phase conjugate physics and the science of consciousness and all those sorts of topics, as well as a guide to, or basically guidance from me to assist people to set up their own ecclesiastical trusts. So both of those things are in the works, and at the moment I do need assistance from a generous soul to pay the $100 for my storage unit. I'm at the end of this complete exhale. I had a large amount of abundance that I invested for this amazing project in Florida that is rising to higher heights than ever before. And I suppose my consciousness wanted to experience that full exhale. And so I am needing to be more vocal about the need for donations because they can take many forms. The one that I'm in particularly need of right now is $100 to pay for my storage unit to be able to do this work. And however, anyone in the Florida area that has natural fabric blankets, for example, natural fibers like cotton or linen or wool, that 7 Heaven House is in need of linen. So there are physical objects that could be donated as well. And so I'm wanting to ask for help more when I need help, because I'm a very independent person in a lot of ways. But learning how to ask for help and practicing it is a healthy practice. And so I also want to say that whoever does donate that $100, my intention is that it comes back to you tenfold. And perhaps that is part of what this video content is about, is that when we support one another, to be like, hey, I really like what you're doing and it's given me a lot of value in my life, and I want to like extend an offering to sort of reflect my gratitude for the value that, you know, a person's offering of service has brought, you know, either any of us in our life. And I've engaged in a lot of that gratitude through the offering of things like cash, and now I'm needing to have that cycle be balanced and to be generating income through things like this book that has had a lot of progress recently, the little mini book, and then to be able to offer a template to my friends and you all so that each one of us can write our own little mini books, and even do so in the shape perhaps of a circle or a triangle, perhaps trying different shapes, maybe like a pentagon or a hexagon, different shapes of books, and what happens when we actually make these mini books. And so that feels like a fun little game that I may just convert this little mini book from a rectangle to another fun shape that I can just cut out as I do it. And so that is something that I plan to offer for donations, a little like template that people could use and even just hand draw their ideas and have that be the seed to an actual book, because that's my process of this one original moment little mini book that I showed you all, but I'll have to show you the updated version soon if it's in alignment, I suppose. When we craft these little mini books, it's like we gain this sort of, we feel more comfortable like calling ourselves or thinking of ourselves as an author. And as an artist, it took me time to where I could confidently and comfortably say I am an artist. I felt like there was just like a period of time that I felt like I was stepping into that identity. And so having sort of gone through that journey, I feel like I'm doing the same thing now with like calling myself an author. And just the positive reception I've gotten from this little mini ebook so far is just been so wonderful and motivating. And I've had so many people say, I want to do that too. And so, yeah, just printing out little templates and saying like, hey, does anyone want like a little mini book template for like a $5 donation? And then even offering it, you know, where I can email it to people and then they can just put in their own content of like, what are your life philosophies that you really wish you could share with everyone? And then putting it in like a little book that could fit in someone's back pocket. And then, you know, even it could just be something that we want to leave in places and just say, here's all my wisdom, just leave it somewhere for someone to say, oh, what's this? And putting that intention that people find it serendipitously and that they share it and things like that. So it's all fun. But yes, I would love to play that abundance manifestation game if any of you all want to play it with me, of where, you know, we start intending that when we receive money from someone, we intend that they receive that money back tenfold, and like consistently doing that. And anytime we give money out, intending that we receive it back tenfold. And this is how the cycle is meant to generate more abundance for all. And I did study economics actually a while back. It was one of my favorite subjects when I was completing my bachelor's degree at the University of Southern Maine in Portland, and had some wonderful professors I really, really loved, and always hope to bump into them again someday. And so with economics, they talk about zero-sum game and non-zero-sum game. Now, with the zero-sum game, it's all equal. So the concept is that if someone loses money, someone else gains money, and that the system of money is fixed. But the true purpose of money, the way it was created, is to be a non-zero-sum game where everyone can gain more all the time. And I feel I've mentioned this before, but it's always a great topic to really hone in on, and like I like to check in with myself to make sure I'm energetically in alignment with being service to others oriented, meaning more than 50%. I give at least a little bit more than what I get. And when we all are participating in a system like that, where we commit to that, to being service to others, then we give more than we get, and then we end up getting more than we gave. And so that type of a system magnifies abundance for all who participate. Now, obviously, that system, if you have people come in that are service to self and heavily service to self, they're going to throw off that balance. And all of a sudden, people are like, wait, I gave more than I got. Why am I not getting more than I gave? What's going on here? There's some kind of issue in the system. So we set our intention to be service to others oriented. And then those are the people we're going to attract in our life, because it's a frequency match. It is vibration. Ultimately, we are energy, and we resonate with things of the same frequency as the energy we're putting off. So perhaps that's a great thing to bring our hearts and minds together on, is just envisioning a planet where we all are nourished, we all have clean drinking water, the land is all pure and clear of any kind of toxicity, the airs are clean and pure. Everyone on earth is feeling so abundant right now, and we just see it in our mind's eye as if it's true now. And that provides the magnetism or the electricity, however you want to think about it, the momentum for it to pop into our reality of, whoa, all of a sudden I'm in a world where there's plenty of food all the time, there's plenty of clean drinking water, beautiful nature. And I'm really feeling that even in this deep depths of the exhale, of really needing to remember that I am the currency, you all are the currency. We are generating abundance just by being here on earth. And that might sound strange to some of you or some people in general, is that like just being here is service, really? Well, if we're here on the planet and our intention is to do good and to help people on earth, then yes, our frequency is doing the work just by being here and wanting everyone around us to thrive and seeing that in our mind's eye. We are like moving into a world where what we think and say and take into our consciousness is just more and more like potently creating what we experience. And this is like so much of how it works. So when we realize we're the author and we consciously see everyone around us, everyone on the planet living in harmony with one another, living in peace with one another, when we see it, that is the consciousness that is a battery. That's us focusing our energy on an outcome we want to see, whether it's in our personal lives, our friends and families, the whole collective, all the humans on earth. And I find that by wanting everyone on earth to feel free, to feel at peace, to be satisfied in their life, then when I encounter people in my daily life, I have positive interactions because I've already set the intention that I want that for all humans. And it brings so much joy to my life by wanting good for those around me. So if you're here on earth and you want good for those around you and yourself, of course, we want for others the same peace and joy that we want for ourselves. And I feel like if you're on this channel, then you're looking for those things, because sometimes I say, oh, if you want, but if you're here, I feel you're someone that values inner peace. So, sure, I love to get excited, but I am actually learning really when to bring it back into that heart space and that inner stillness, and to listen to the people around me, listen to the nature, even the cars, the airplanes. So yeah, I will put information in the show notes about how you can reach out to me about donating. Although Venmo, it is just my email, which is hannainthelight@proton.me. It's hannainthelight at proton.me. That's my email that you can also reach out to me personally about anything that you want to share or ask, or potential ways we could collaborate. But as I said earlier, I'm getting this 7-month mentorship package prepared, as well as a ecclesiastical trust guidance package. So anyone that wants to step first in line for those or find out details privately, you can email me, because some of these things I want to keep private for those who really honor my vision and are capable of seeing what I'm offering and are wanting to step into that level of authorship with our offerings and choosing what we offer to the collective and knowing that we all deserve to be really abundant especially when we're aligned with our purpose. We all just deserve it. That's my feeling, is that when we all know we deserve abundance, it takes care of a lot of things, because then there's like zero jealousy or anything. We just know that everyone deserves it, and we want everyone to rise up into that reality. And again, the consciousness and the focus vortex tip of each of our individual consciousness and where we're putting that funnel of energy, what we think about, what we speak about. I had a moment earlier today when my friend was talking about, I sent a group of people and I said, I don't really want to talk about those people right now. And he got it and he understood. And there was another moment where he indicated that I needed to listen, and I was grateful for that. So we can get comfortable saying, like, can we talk about something else, or can you let me finish my thought, and that just, there's some people that we can have this parallel discussion of where we're listening and speaking at the same time, but not everyone enjoys that, and not everyone's brain functions that way. So my friend and I, we pieced that together the other day, and that was really great to understand that we actually communicate better that way. But recognizing certain friends that really want that precision of speech and precision of listening, and I love to hone and enhance those skills. Someone said once, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we listen twice as much as we speak. And then I expanded it because I was like, and we got 2 eyes. So we can like speak like 1/5 of the time that we're looking and hearing. And I feel like there might be something magical to that. And sometimes being the quiet person, everyone's like, well, what are they thinking? So anyway, yes, definitely reach out if you're interested in assisting with donations to, really physical donations or monetary donations, either to myself or the Seven Heaven property, to continue with things like bedding, like high quality sanctuary bedding. The cabinets, I have set a goal that property eventually has solid wood cabinets to replace the particle board cabinets that are currently there. I know that's going to be a major improvement on the house for the air quality, and it's something that is part of the reason why I live in my van right now. I've lived in so many houses that had this substance. So just seeing those cabinets being upgraded to solid wood so that house can just continually become more healing over time. But those fruit trees are producing, and they're going to produce for generations. And my friends whose house got completely flooded have a safe place to stay. And so the community action really happening on the local level. And so I'm just wanting to speak up about, one small need that I could definitely use help with, but seeing all of us just receiving all the abundance that we need. And I want to hold space for you all to receive all the abundance that you need in your lives. Let's just seeing it all come into our lives effortlessly. So I just want to express my gratitude for you all listening, because it's just something like asking for money is just something I'm not used to doing. It's not necessarily familiar or comfortable, but I'm wanting it to be more comfortable over time. And the more I think we can express to one another when we have a need, even if they're just seeing in their mind's eye that need be provided for, even if that's the only help that we're getting from one another, that's huge help actually. So we can also just ask one another to see, hey, can you see this thing happening for me? So as I ask for your assistance of just seeing the abundance flow in or being the one to do it, I want to reciprocate preemptively. I want to proactively reciprocate and just see you all having all the abundance that you all need. Anyone watching this video, especially if you got this far, because I noticed some people drop off early. It tells me by this 2-minute average watch time. I'm like, okay, there's some people that played it and then immediately stopped, but some of you all are going all the way to the end of the video. So if you're hearing this Let's just see all of those of us who are together in this now moment across time and space. Let's see all of us listening. Like, again, I'm just the tour guide. Let's just see abundance coming into our lives in all forms. Currency, paper currency, precious metal currency, crystals, silver, gold, copper, notes, artwork that's valuable. Hand-drawn artwork, to me, is becoming more and more valuable all the time. I'm like, hey, would you like a beautiful piece of art? And it feels like a gift of its own type of currency. Making music, singing, things that we have at our disposal at every moment that we can just do them, like drawing, and the peace that brings me when I draw, and making these videos to connect with you all. The stability that it brings to my life, and honestly lately there's just a couple videos in them, and sometimes I'm like, wow, okay, people seem to really like this, and I'm not sure why. It's something with the algorithm or what, but I'm always grateful to be heard. And like I've said before, I'm happy to hear you all as well, hear your voices. hannainthelight at proton.me. I'll definitely put it in the show notes. And yeah, and if you want to be part of supporting this in any way, whether it's an abundance donation or physical goods for 7 Heaven Home that will assist that home to become more of a sanctuary, or you just want to chat and you have some useful advice that you want to share with me, or that I could then share with the whole audience, right? Let's share wisdom with one another. I'm all for it. Okay, so much love to you all. Thank you for joining me in finding this beautiful stillness within. And that is what it means to be implosive. So much love and gratitude. May your lights just shine ever bright, and that we emit that light as these starlight beings that we are. And as I say this, I'm just really so grateful for this sun. Sun's just become one of my absolute best friends lately, of just when it joyfully wakes me up like, hello, welcome to the day. And right now it's just warming me, where I can just sit here like as if it's a summer day. All right, you all have beautiful rest of your rising, noon, afternoon, evening, nighttime, wherever you are, whenever you are. Just really, really grateful for you being here. Mwah. So much love, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.